Hi, it's Todd Gross along with Derek Van Dyke. Derek and I are working on something 3 years after we worked on GVO now. I think you'll love this project and want to be a part of it. And you'll hear why in just a moment. It's pretty huge coming from corporate America. They're leaking down into the internet marketing and network marketing worlds. And what I'm going to do is take you to a video that I shot about 1 week ago for my personal partners. And then right after you see that, I'm going to discuss with you a very special webinar, an informal webinar that answers your questions. Okay, so again, going to show you the video from a week ago, then I'm going to come back, talk about how to get involved with that webinar, also talk more about the company and what's so exciting about the compensation plan, give you a little bit of a taste and tell you how you can really find out a whole lot more information. There's a specific way that you could do that. They've kind of locked it in a specific place. I'll explain all that in just a moment. Right now, let's go to that video from a week ago and tell you more about this company. The company's called Solavei. It's being funded with $15 million by the chief officers at some of the biggest companies in the country, including Amazon, including Best Buy, including Walmart, including Target, including T-Mobile, who's a big player in this, and you'll hear why in just a moment, Ameritech, AT&T, Sprint. We're talking about a lot of money coming in from these big guys. And the reason they're doing this is because they're trying to create a company that's totally different, is going to turn social marketing, social networking into basically social marketing, and you'll see what I mean. They're trying to skip the advertisers, and they're going to go through us. They've gone to the big network marketers and the big internet marketers. They've got them lined up. They got me lined up and wrote me in as a founding member, so I had to purchase a high-end phone, and you'll hear what I mean by saying phone in just a moment. So here's what they're going to do. They're going to start with phone service, all right, and they're going to offer it unlimited text, web, and voice for a ridiculous price, only $49 per month. But to entice people to join and be part of this profiting by this amazing plan that they've created, they're going to charge us nothing. They're just going to charge us the cost of the phone service, which is already way discounted, and it's T-Mobile service. So basically, they're just being a reseller like we resell HostGator. I mean, it's the same thing. You're getting the legitimate T-Mobile service for only $49 a month, except there's no contract and it's unlimited. Okay, so that's what they're starting with. Then from there, and this is all commissionable to those that are on the top here, they're going to move into consumer goods and energy. So they're going to move into items from Amazon, items from Best Buy, Walmart, Target, and they're looking into energy. So they may resell energy as well. So they're going to go step by step through these things, and each time they do, we get paid commission for anyone who's in our downline, so to speak, that purchases. Now, it's not just anyone. Everything is done in threes, which I'll explain in the compensation plan when I work with you on this. But at this point, I just want to let you know that what I'm going to ask from you later in this video is just for your name and email, just so that we can send you an invitation. And then from there, you'll be invited. You'll need to come in and get your own lane, as it's called. And inside your lane, you'll be able to send out invitations and find out much more information about this company. All right, let's go on to some more information. There's no real cost except the cost of the cell phone service, and that's $49 a month, and then $49, of course, for an activation fee. They do want you to purchase a phone, but you don't have to. You could just purchase their little card that goes in the phone, the SIM card, because they're doing the social networking thing on this, where you put the card in the phone all of a sudden is going to be part of the entire communications scheme.
We built everything on a social graph, so that everything could be naturally shared. And what I mean by that is, if you shared Solavei with 6 of your good friends, the moment that 6 friends started using Solavei as their mobile service provider, a little message is going to pop up on the middle of my phone saying, your name, Amy Carney, just got 6.
It's really going to be on the phone and in Facebook that we're going to be doing the communicating and the inviting. I mean, it's really ambitious. And the other thing you should know right off the bat is that this goes infinitely deep. Now, a lot of network marketers don't really pay attention to what's really going on, so they sometimes don't really understand when an opportunity is incredible that's laid out in front of them. And it's very frustrating for me when I run into those that are into something and say I could join any time, it doesn't matter. In this one, it goes infinitely deep. You've got to be near the top so that you can take advantage of that.
It's going to get bigger than just 2 degrees or my personal network. So what happens past that? Well, that is called your overall network, your overall network trios. And you're going to see that in our compensation plan, it pays both on personal network trios and the overall network of trios that you develop over time.
Now, it does cap off at $20,000 per month with a $37,500 bonus on top of that. But man, actually, it's a little more than $20,000 a month because it is also based on your personal network, they call it. That is the people that you tell and the people that you tell who they tell. You get more from that. But your entire network does pay you, meaning infinitely deep. There's going to be payments to you. And again, it caps off at $20,000. To see how that compensation really works, what the plan is like, I need to go over that with you. So I need for you to go in there and grab the compensation plan, and then I need to discuss it with you. People I'm working with on this, incredible team. I'm near the top, as I mentioned. Jerry Foster is at the very top level, and from there we have Damian Zamora. You may know him from Go Mobile. We're talking extremely talented internet marketer, and then from there, David Eisner, a WSO superstar, and then there's me, and then from there, we have people that I've selected. But here's how it works. This whole pre-sell that they're doing is based on the stronger partners like us being able to go to other partners and saying, hey, come on board. Now, when you're first invited into the lane, this will actually be your lane that you're developing here. So once you go in the lane, you'll see a page that's kind of similar to what you're looking at right here. The Vision webinar on top, just like you see here, and then you'll be able to scroll down and continue to register after you watch that webinar. The password for the webinar is simply Solavei. So you'll watch that webinar, it's only 40 minutes long, then you'll scroll down the page and continue to sign up, and that's not an official sign up. And also, it's basically giving you your own lane to invite people just like this, so that you'll be able to get people on board on the next onboarding, which happens on August 23rd. Now, I got in early along with 1,700 others. Now, everybody else is going to pile on August 22nd, August 23rd. I think it's the 22nd. So you want to be ready to come in, but you also want to be ready, if you want to get a real early jump on this, to invite people before August 22nd, and we're suggesting that you get 12 solid people under you. You know, pile on as many as you can, but select, and you'll have an actual area to select 12 generals, so to speak, who are going to lead the pack. All right, I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but one thing is for sure, all this information you see right in front of you here is not going to be available to you until you fill out the information and get your own lane. So once you do, you just go inside, and then there'll be an area where it says Share Now. And as soon as it says Share Now, you just click on that, and you'll see this very page that we're looking at, which has, you know, all the information. It has the actual marketing tools. It has all kinds of PDF information. It has additional webinar information. So again, that's what you want to do to really blow this thing out of the water. You want to, you know, freshen up your knowledge on this first by looking at this information. Just take one evening to do it. And then after that, you could start inviting people using me just like this if you want, or do it yourself. Invite people in, strong players that you know will be able to spread the word around as well. And once you lay that groundwork, boom, you are going to be a superstar in this. You just have to lay the groundwork now. And once this takes off with that unlimited downline, you are gold. So once again, as I said earlier in this kind of crazy video, if you put your name and your email in, what it will allow us to do is send you one of these official invitations from The Lane, which I gave you a little bit of a preview of. And once we send you that invitation, please look in your spam folder and your inbox for an invite. And then as soon as you get that, head on into The Lane, watch what's called the Vision webinar from the head of the company, Ryan Wirch, and then from there, please sign up and join our team. You don't want to turn back at some sort of future date and say, gee, I wish I had done that back then. I wish I was in the beginning of something for a change, because you are if you do that right now. And that's about it. And I'd say in a nutshell, but that was kind of much more than a nutshell. To really clarify what's going on and to get part of this team that we've developed, here's what we've got going. We have a Skype group. We have a actual webinar room that we have meetings and answer questions, and we will be having more formal webinar times that we actually answer questions. And then there's an overall broader group, a Facebook group that includes other people slightly outside our team. It's still our team, but it goes straight up to the top another couple of levels to the company level. And Jerry Foster is in charge of those. So we have a lot going on, but in order to get involved with all that, as I mentioned, there's more information in the lane, and what we need you to do is put your name and email in now. And by doing so, what we will be able to do is contact you through an invitation, because this whole thing right now for the next 2 weeks is by invite only, and then we'll send you an invite. So first you have to put your name and email in, then we send you the invite, then you go back in and acquire your own lane, as it's called. And in the lane, you'll be able to invite people, you'll be able to get the additional information, and you'll be able to pull out that additional information and send it to other people. So again, you know what? When you put your name and email in, I'll spell that all out really clearly in the follow-up email that explains what to do next, because it's all about that invitation. We really would love to see you on board with us. Derek and I thank you. Have a good one, and we will see you, of course, with Solavei.